I'm sorry that I'm cold to the touch.
We're just down here in Sydney this morning on one of the beaches on the harbour. We're just actually trying to look at the data. Like, it's not so much of a beach cleanup, but more of a data collection. So you can see the guys behind us, they're just got these little areas that they're trying to see how much microplastics and how much rubbish is actually in such a small, area, and then they collect that data. It's a local university that's taken this on.
Yeah. Cool. Should we go up there and grab from because if the rain comes, it's gonna fall down, right?
I think that's super important for us as a team to help and understand this. But it is good to see that the city and the universities are sort of working towards making the urban cities better, creating a positive future for a city like Sydney. To me, that goes really well in hand both with the team but also with our sponsor Rockwool, who has the same ambition to try and get the cities to be better. And I think we need to sort of turn that conversation around and try and look at all the positive sides that we can do.
We think it's going into landfill or maybe being recycled, but what we're finding is a lot of it is ending up here. And this is the macro, and part of AUSMAP is understanding that this is the macro, and plastic doesn't break down into organic matter, it breaks up into smaller and smaller fragments. So this eventually will end up in the animals, the marine environment, eventually into us. And so we're just trying to educate people to understand what happens really on the life cycle of this product.
Okay, so the process with surveying for microplastics is we use this ruler to gauge 2 centimetres down in the sand. We then move the sand along and take bits of sand and put them in these sieves. The top sieve is a 5 mil sieve, the bottom sieve is a 1 mil sieve, and we go through until we've sorted all this sand, until eventually all our microplastics end up in this sample down the bottom, and we then go on to sort it. We then calculate the amount of microplastics found per square metre over the beach. In the past, this beach has had up to 900 pieces of microplastic per square metre.
It's a big eye-opener. The numbers we're hearing from these guys is beyond imagination. Basically, they're saying we're almost eating a credit card a week of microplastic, a credit card a week.
Working in this space for over 15 years, this whole plastic pollution issue. So being at Macquarie University, I've seen this shift not only in the students that are coming through, but in the general populace as well. So it's really been in the last 5 years that there's kind of this groundswell of movement through the community, but also in businesses, in governments as well. And so it's been a slow build-up, but now I'm really buoyed by the fact that there's such this movement from the bottom up rather than the top down. I think going forward we're going to see more and more action in this space, and hopefully less and less plastics washing up on our beaches as an example. So I think the future is good going forward. So kudos to everyone who's involved.